After the dramatic week in which actor Johny Depp declared before a judge and a jury the atrocities that the actress Her did to him and all the violence that she made him suffer, both physical and psychological, this week, information has come to light about everything from the opinion of the actor's daughter, the famous Lily Rose Depp. Do you want to know what she said? Could it be that she's furious with Amber Heard? Here we leave you all the details. The lawsuit filed by Johny Depp against his ex-wife, Amber Heard, continues to make the private lives of a former Hollywood couple public. The couple was married from 2015 to 2017. The defamation trial, which began on April 11th in Fairfax, Virginia, has received a lot of attention from the press and social media critics. This comes after a libel trial in the United Kingdom in 2020 against The Sun's executive editor and publisher, which dealt with some of the same concerns. Depp is suing Heard for $50 million over an op-ed she penned in the Washington Post in December 18, in which she wrote about being a sexual abuse survivor. Heard penned, "Like many women, I had been harassed and sexually assaulted by the time I was of college age, but I kept quiet. I did not expect filing complaints to bring justice, and I didn't see myself as a victim." Although Depp is not named in the op-ed, his legal team claims that the op-ed is a clear implication that Mr. Depp is a domestic abuser in a complaint. Heard requested a domestic violence restraining order when she filed for divorce in 2016, accusing Depp of violent and volatile conduct while under the influence of narcotics and alcohol. Accusations of domestic abuse against Depp have been refuted. "Never did I myself reach the point of striking Ms. Heard in any way, nor have I ever struck any woman in my life," he said in his testimony. Heard's legal team has countersued for $100 million, accusing Depp of launching a smear campaign against her. Heard has also denied any allegations of sexual misconduct. This is the latest chapter in a well-publicized dispute that began in 2016 when Heard filed for divorce and has now spanned 2 lawsuits. To keep up with the story, here's all you need to know about the former couple and how they got to this point. On the set of The Rum Diaries, a film based on a Hunter S. Thompson novel, Heard and Depp met. Depp portrayed Paul Kemp, a journalist, while Heard portrayed Chanot, an engaged lady that Kemp falls for. During his evidence, Depp said he kissed Heard in a shower scene and felt something he should not be feeling. Depp was married to Vanessa Paradis at the time, while Heard was seeing photographer Tazia Van Rie. In 2012, Depp and Heard began dating. Depp and Paradis, his 14-year girlfriend, amicably parted in the same year. Lily Rose, 21, and John Christopher III, 18, are their 2 children. In 2014, Heard was pictured with an engagement ring on her finger. By pointing to his own diamond engagement ring, Depp verified the engagement. "The fact that I'm wearing a chick's ring on my finger is probably a dead giveaway. Not very subtle," Depp said at a press conference in Beijing while promoting the movie Transcendence. In February 2015, Heard and Depp married on Depp's own island in the Bahamas. According to Depp's account, roughly 20 to 25 people attended the event. Lily Rose, his daughter, was not among them. Depp claims that she and Heard were not on terribly good terms for a variety of reasons, but things did not go as planned and everything took an unexpected turn. On May 23, 2016, Heard filed for divorce, alleging irreconcilable differences. On May 27th, Heard filed a restraining order against Depp, alleging that he was violent toward her. She had an obvious mark on her face when she appeared in court. Johny has a long-held and widely acknowledged public and private history of drug and alcohol abuse, she said in her filing, per People. "He has a short fuse. He is often paranoid and his temper is extremely scary for me, as it has proven many times to be physically dangerous and/or life-threatening to me." The mark is said to have resulted following a dispute on May 21st when Heard reported domestic violence to the police. Heard stated Depp threw a phone at her as hard as he could in deposition transcripts from the 2016 hearing released by The Hollywood Reporter in 2019. At the time, Depp refuted the charges. However, cops who attended to Heard's 911 call testified at the defamation trial that they noticed signs of crying but no obvious damage, which were later highlighted in court. The divorce was finalized in 2016. Depp and Heard struck an out-of-court settlement. "Our relationship was intensely passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love," the pair said in a joint statement. "Neither party has made false accusations for financial gain. There was never any attempt of physical or emotional harm." Heard stated publicly that she will donate the $7 million settlement to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles and the American Civil Liberties Union to fight domestic abuse. On the ACLU's website, Heard is identified as an ACLU ambassador for women's rights, with a focus on gender-based violence. In 2017, the divorce was finalized. Gone potty. How can J.K. Rowling be genuinely happy casting wife-beater Johny Depp in the new Fantastic Beasts film? says an April 2018 headline in which Depp sues the British tabloid The Sun for alleged libel. In addition to legal fees, Depp sued for £200,000. Heard wrote an op-ed for The Washington Post in December 2018. Heard penned an op-ed for The Washington Post regarding her experiences with domestic violence. She wrote, "I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out." Depp was not named in the piece, but it is assumed that the op-ed is about him. Depp sued Heard for defamation over The Washington Post op-ed in March 2019. Depp allegedly assaulted Heard, according to the lawsuit, and the piece was part of an elaborate hoax to generate positive publicity for Heard. However, after all this, Johny has commented on why his daughter was not close to his ex-wife Amber Heard and why she did not attend his wedding. She and Miss Heard were not on particularly great terms for several reasons, he said. He also told a court that Heard and her gang of pals took drugs from a communal bag of MDMA at their wedding reception, and that there was a schedule for the day's events that stated dinner, dancing, and drugs. Meanwhile, Depp smoked marijuana, which he described as his drug of choice. Depp's role in the Fantastic Beasts trilogy was terminated in 2020. Depp said Warner Bros. Asked him to leave from his part as Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts film series after he lost the libel suit, the casting decision that inspired the initial Sun story. Toby Emmerich, the studio's film president, made the choice, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Mads Mikkelsen took Depp's place, and the film was released in 2022. "I would be a real simpleton to not think that there was an effect on my career based on Miss Heard's words, whether they mentioned my name or not," he said during the trial. In April of this year, the defamation trial began in Fairfax, Virginia, where The Washington Post's online edition is hosted on servers. The trial will last for 6 weeks. Depp stated that his purpose in the defamation lawsuit, which is directly against Heard, as opposed to the libel suit in the United Kingdom, which was against a publication, is the truth. "Since I knew there was no truth to it whatsoever, I felt it my responsibility to stand up not only for myself in that instance, but stand up for my children, who at the time were 14 and 16, he said in his testimony. Heard issued a statement on Instagram before the trial. She wrote, "Hopefully when this case concludes, I can move on and so can Johny. I've always maintained a love for Johny, and it brings me great pain to have to live out the details of our past life together in front of the world." Depp has revealed facts about his year-long marriage to Heard during the trial, frequently portraying Heard as the aggressor. It could begin with a slap, it could begin with a shove, it could begin with throwing a TV remote at my head, throwing a glass of wine in my face, Mr. Depp said of their interactions. Heard also allegedly delivered a roundhouse punch to him, according to him. Heard admitted to hitting Depp in an audio tape played in court. This whole mess has cost Johny not only millions of dollars for the roles he was canceled from, millions of fans who believed all the lies that Amber Heard told, friends who misunderstood the clues of what was happening, but more importantly, he has lost his family and has now become estranged. And this has been the case ever since he got engaged and married to Amber. We want to know your opinion on the subject, and above all, to know which team you're on. Are you Team Amber or are you Team Johny? Leave us your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news from your favorite celebrities. See you in the next video.